What's up, guys? Insanity Killer here. So, told you guys I was gonna tell you about my job. So, I'm gonna do that, but unfortunately, I'm gonna be doing it while driving. I got some errands I need to run today. So, all right. So, if you were part of the live stream Monday, you would have known that I kind of gave it out a little bit early. So, I'm a law enforcement officer. I've been with my sheriff's office for 8, 9, maybe 10 months. They sponsored me through the academy, and I passed my orientation phase, and now I'm moving on to the FTO stage. I just finished phase 1, so now I'm moving on to phase 2, different FTO, which is really cool. And so you guys understand, there's 4 phases total, so I'm nearly there by myself. But it's been great so far. I've had a great time with it, and it is what it is, I suppose. But no, it's fun. It's great. I mean, it's kind of scary sometimes, not just because of guns and things like that, but because there's so much legal ramification for it that if you're not really careful, you could do stupid stuff and screw your whole life up. It is what it is. But no, it's great, and being able to help out the community is probably my number one goal, anyways. And I love talking with people, so it's it's easy. It's easy. A lot of paperwork. Anyone who actually wants to be a law enforcement officer, it's not all about arresting bad guys and sticking them in the back of your car and taking them to jail. Just that process alone is like maybe 1/16 of what you do. The rest of it is all paperwork. Because for every arrest you make, there's got to be probable cause, and you have to have a probable cause affidavit, and it's different per state, but for the most part, that's still statute. So, but yeah, it's great. It's pretty fun. I haven't had anything crazy. I think my craziest thing I've done is a death investigation, and I can't talk about those type of things, but it was easy. It was nothing crazy, and I say easy, not in disrespect for the guy who died, but it was easy because, you know, as far as my job is concerned, I just kind of sit by and watch and secure a scene. That's really all I do. But it really wasn't anything special. It was outside, so it was a little bit hot. I mean, here in Florida, it's miserable this time of year. Really, really hot. Like, hot. And then other than that, I've been doing a lot of traffic. We've had a lot of outages and lights and things like that recently because of weather. But it's been pretty easy. Nothing too hard, too difficult, and it's been really enjoyable. Like I said, I get to meet a lot of new people, and some of them good, some of them bad. I can talk about this, but I had like a 911 call. It's unverified, so it could have been them, it could have not been them, it could have been an accidental dial, who knows. And I saw the guy about a week later at a Wendy's when I was on break. We don't really get lunch breaks, but we had enough spare time that we grabbed something to eat, and I saw him, and he grabbed my arm, and he just said, "Hey, how you doing?" It was a great thing, you know, to be able to try to connect with the community, so it was really fun. Now, I haven't had to pull my gun on anybody, thank God. I don't really want to use that thing unless I absolutely have to. It would be quite devastating, personally. And I absolutely hate OC spray. It's stuff is nasty and not fun. And to be honest, I don't want to have to taser anybody. You only get 2 taser cartridges anyways. Anything over that would probably be unreasonable, but still, I don't really want to have to do anything like that unless I absolutely have to. And so far, I haven't had to, so that's been kind of nice. They issue us like an AR rifle, and we also have a shotgun. I haven't had to use anything besides my words, which is good because that's really all we should have to use. We shouldn't have to use anything else. But yeah, it's been great. My FTO is really awesome. Probably don't give him enough credit for his awesomeness. He can be a pain sometimes, but he's a great guy. I like him. He's really cool. I'm not gonna talk about him or say his name or anything like that, but he's awesome. I like him. as far as like agency and stuff, I mean, my agency's great. I'm not even gonna tell you guys what agency I'm with, just because I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to or allowed. I don't really know. And to be honest, at this point in time, I'm not gonna talk to them about this. No point. But no, it's great. I'll tell you this much: I work for a sheriff's office in Florida, and we're in the northern part of Florida, so it's pretty cool. Community's great. The zone I've been working in has been interesting at best. But the people, like I said, they're great people. We have our problems like everybody else does. We have drugs and gangs and things like that, shootings and theft and all this stuff. Everybody's got that stuff, though. You can't really go anywhere and escape. You could be in Anchorage, Alaska. I don't know if you guys seen state troopers there. They deal with that stuff all the time, and sometimes theirs is worse. They gotta roll out and deal with a whole bunch of nonsense and cover snow ground and everything else. Props to you, gentlemen. But no, it's a great job. It's not. I mean, outside of the occasional rare incidents, it's not too adrenaline packed. We had a car that flipped 4 times, and we got to go lights and sirens to it. That's about it. I mean, it's pretty easy. I've only really been out on the street for about over a month now, I want to say. So it's great. It's a great job, and anyone who's out there who has thought about being a law enforcement officer and you have a good background, you don't have any criminal history, I'd highly suggest it. It's fun, especially if you like people. Now, if you can't tolerate people and it's okay if you can't, but then I wouldn't suggest it. It's not a job for you, and you can't just go around cursing at people. Those law enforcement officers typically don't last very long. I was watching a video the other day where one of them were, instead of giving them a ticket, they were basically forcing them to donate to something and trying to play it off like it's a good cause. But if you're forcing them to donate instead, that's pretty unlawful. So, but it is what it is. So I had fun with the live stream. The live stream was pretty cool. I didn't really play very long. I've unfortunately been really, really busy. We're trying to sell our home and move into a bigger home. Hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. But yeah, we've been super busy trying to, get photos and repaint, and it's such a pain. I don't particularly want to move. I don't really think we need a bigger house, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I want. It's what my wife wants, and she wants a bigger home. But yeah, so probably gonna do a review on Friday. I'll probably be doing a review on Counter-Strike like I told you guys before. I know it's been out for a while, but I was very tempted not to buy the game. I know it sounds kind of weird to say tempted not to, but I really was. I was kind of, I liked the first Counter-Strike, but it really wasn't all that great to me. And this one it's fun. It's really fun. But there are quirks to it, and I'll explain that on, I think, Fridays when I said I was going to do that. So I'll explain that on Friday. And I'll probably be live streaming throughout the week, just randomly. So if you want to come and watch, please do. And if you guys have any questions about anything, my job or whatever the case might be, if I can tell you them, I'll tell you them. I'll try to upload another vlog maybe next Tuesday if I can. I don't know if it'll be Tuesday. Again, I have a weird work schedule, so hopefully I'll upload it Tuesday, and then we'll kind of go from there and see when the next one will be. I'm trying to stay as consistent as possible, but sometimes I work on Tuesdays, and sometimes I don't, and sometimes I work all weekend, and sometimes I don't, and yeah, it's weird. But again, if you guys have questions, or if you want to know more about law enforcement, please feel free to ask. You can also email me. What is my email? It's it's insanekiller223@gmail.com. That's insanekiller223@gmail.com. And you can email your questions and anything you want to know about law enforcement or about Counter-Strike. Maybe you're thinking about buying it and it's before the video gets released this Friday and you're not really sure, I'll help you out the best I can. And hopefully I see you guys in the future. And